Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. So there's a great quote by Bruce Lee and it goes, "It is not a daily increase, but a daily decrease. Hack away at the inessentials." Some of the best advice that I ever got, and I've ignored it many times, which I later came to regret, was keep things as simple as possible. And this applies to every aspect of your life. Relationships, career, design and building things, taking on commitments, virtually everything. Keep it as simple as possible. Let's start with an example. Let's say a person launches their very first website. So what do? They do what most people do. They go on add a blog, they start creating a whole bunch of pages that they don't necessarily finish. They're adding all their social media icons and they've got all these different social media channels. They've got all the latest SEO plugins. They've got some chatbot. And then they find that they can't keep up with managing and maintaining all these different parts. So they have all these social media channels, they're not updating them regularly with content, visitor messages aren't getting answered, and that blog that they installed and they had all these great intentions for, it never gets updated. It's still got the one post. So what they should do instead is keep it extremely simple. Have a very simple website, very few pages, one social media channel that they can do well. Keep things simple. This principle also applies to relationships. So you could have a young guy in his 20s thinking that he can have multiple partners at the same time and he's going to be able to manage all the potential complications. And so he might be deleting text, he might have his stories and alibis ready, and he's being very careful about who he's getting photographed with and what's getting posted on social media. But soon he's got to lie to cover up his own lies. And in the end, he always gets found out. Now, if he had just kept things simple and had one relationship at a time based on honesty, he'd save himself a lot of headaches. Another example, and perhaps you do this, and I know I've done this as well, but you take on too many obligations in your life. So you go and join a gym, you join the local sports club, you volunteer to help out one night at your children's school for some event, and then you got everything you do at work and you got all your commitments at home. And before you know it, you're just running from one thing to the next. You're always playing catch up. You always feel rushed and you always feel tired. Now, if you chose just a few things which were truly important to you and you said no to more invitations and more opportunities, you'd be able to enjoy the few things better and you'd be able to perform them better. You'd be more present. So keep it simple. Remember, additional complexity will exponentially create more opportunities for things to go wrong. Simple is always better in the long run. Now, it's the exact same thing with your goals. It's really easy to pick this big, ambitious list of goals you've got, like fitness, career, health, and you might have 50 different goals. But what you'll find is when you miss hitting certain targets on all these different goals you have, you fail at one goal, now you start to feel bad about the other goals. And before you know it, you've got that negative self-talk coming in that says, well, you haven't even been able to do some of these goals, so what makes you think you can do everything? What I suggest you do instead is you pick 2 or 3 goals to work on at a time, and you really focus on those. Now, in the Strive 10-Day Challenge, that's one of the very first things that we're going to have you focus on. We're going to ask you, out of all these different goals you've got, right now for the next 10 days, what's truly the most important? What's going to have the biggest impact on your life? So it might be in your fitness. You might decide that enough is enough. You're tired of being unhealthy and always feeling out of breath. So you really want to focus on your fitness and just having discipline to go to the gym every single day. So that becomes one of your few goals. And then your other goal might be focused on your career. So perhaps you want to put in an extra hour, or perhaps you want to get home earlier every single day. So you commit to starting earlier, finishing earlier, and not bringing your work home so you can be more present with your family. What I'm getting at here is you want to pick 2 or 3 goals that you can focus on and focus on those for the 10 days. Okay, so when you take the Strive 10-Day Challenge, that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to help keep you accountable. We're going to help keep you on track. And when you get to the end of the 10 days, you're going to feel so good about having achieved that goal and having had the discipline to take those action steps every single day. So if you want to join the Strive 10-Day Challenge, it is 100% free. Okay, there's no cost to it. It is free to enroll. There should be a link below. Click that link, get started, and you're going to love it. It's really going to help you. Okay, that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Speak soon.